Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me here at the Galaxy with God Love Notes. Of course, I really want to thank you for being a part of my journey, a part of my soul tribe, a part of this family. I really appreciate you, one and all. All right, I'm going to be doing a general reading for the collectives just to see what comes out. Actually, I was in bed and I was nudged to go do a reading. So I'm here. Holy Spirit, what do you want me to share? What's the message, please? What do you want me to say? What do you want us to know? What do you want us to know? Okay, so whatever the situation was at one point of your life, you possibly weren't making healthy choices, but at this point, you're being nudged to choose wisely, listen to your intuition, and make healthier choices. Your energy at this point is evolving, you're growing, you're changing, you're working on your inner child, and you're releasing the past. Whatever negativity that you were holding on to at one point is no longer a choice for you. You're letting this go. All right, you could have a passionate relationship with someone who you have burning desire for. Not sure who this is yet. Someone possibly that you date, could be even an online person that you were dating. Yeah, so this person could be new to you, but you dated someone, but realized it feels as if you had to leave this person, even though you felt this strongly about them. You had to leave them because you realized they were very poor choices at one point. Yes, you're moving to a different phase in life. The phase you're moving towards, you're healed. You're moving from someone who was really toxic. Possibly at one point, you couldn't have seen this because you were so captivated by your desire for wanting them or wanting them to be around you, or vice versa. So you realize now this person could even be a connection you have. It could be a marriage, a soul connection. But at some point, you really wanted to grow something with this person. And what's happening to you? You really wanted to grow something. Yeah, but someone was just in their childish energy. Someone was just all about party and having a good time. Someone didn't want anything solid, anything concrete, nothing to build on. Someone just wanted to have fun. But you could have realized, and then you walked away realizing that this was just a karmic relationship that you were supposed to learn a lesson to move away from. Yeah, you put a death to a situation. I have the coffin card. You put a death to something because you have learned the truth. I have clarity, revelation. Something was revealed to you, and that's the reason you were able to move away. I'm not sure what happened, but this, as I said, was a very close connection. Coming out as your twin flames. So it might not be a twin flame, but this could even be someone we were married to or really committed to deeply. There was a tragic ending between you and this person. You possibly had to just walk away, leaving everything behind. Whatever you built, you just had to leave because you realized that this person was just all about temptation and living in the moment. No long term plans, just planning for this moment, just to have fun. Yes, you are ascending. You are no longer in that same old energy. You're leaving. You're seeing a different phase or moving towards a new phase in your life. And you're no longer wanting to chase or hold on to things of your past. I have pictures. You could even have pictures of someone, or someone had pictures of you. But this same person who had pictures of you wanted you to chase them because they possibly had abandonment issues. So this is how they get their kicks, having people running after them. But you've learned, possibly at one time, you were putting up more. than someone else was giving. But now you realize, having making healthier choices, you realize you have to move on. You have to evolve to a new phase to leave this behind. What was happening? Yeah. You could have had unconditional love for this person. So that's the reason you could have put out so much effort at one point just to make this work. But this person did not have an energy of commitment. They didn't want to commit. They just wanted to have fun and move to the next. They were like butterfly, just hopping from one flower to the other. But you realize this and you're moving on. I'm not sure what's wrong with my lighting tonight. My lights are very pale. Yeah, my lights are pale. I don't know. Anything else? Yeah. You at one point, you thought this was love that was gonna last forever. It was like Cupid's arrow. You felt this, they felt it too. But for some reason, this person had many choices. I have party person. This person was a party person, and all they wanted was just the spark of the moment, the thrill of the moment, and then move on. But for you, it was somehow different. They felt you, but they had snakes surrounding them. They have to keep looking over their shoulder, or this was your energy at one point. Have to keep looking over your shoulder because this person was coming with something or some snakes or tying up to them. But at one point, you wanted to build, but someone wanted to just love bomb you. This person was really self-absorbed, one-sided. They only take, they don't give. So when you realize that you were the only one giving, you're giving to them, and they're in turn giving to others. Whatever you were giving to them could be your energy, your resources, whatever you were giving, they were sharing that same resources with someone else. And those people they were sharing with, they're coming up as snakes, someone they weren't supposed to trust in the first place. These people who they have in their energy were just there to compete with you, not that they wanted this person, but it was a competition to see who will win, who is going to be the bigger boss, fighting for someone. But it feels as if they were fighting while you were gone. You left. You left. Now someone is looking at you like they have missed their teddy bear. They are looking at pictures of you, missing you, very nostalgic about you, wanting to make new memories. But you know that it's something that you have to leave. Healthier choices, because even though they see you as their teddy bear, this person is a flirt. They keep moving from one person to the next, and this is who they are. Doesn't matter how much you give to this person, they are still looking for more. Yeah, they keep on reminiscing about you, but for you, you're just learning from the past and you're moving forward. You have had a different perception of this person, maybe no longer wanting to trust them. You've seen life differently. They still want to talk to you. They want to send you a text. They want to call. And what happened? Why are they not calling? What happened? Yeah. They're not calling because they're the runner. They're in fear of intimacy. Well, when times get rough, they run. Someone is not there for a long time. They're there for a time, but not for a long time. So whenever things are, if you should have an argument with this person, they might not even confront you or even wanting to defend themselves. They'll just leave because they're coming out as a runner. They run when things get hot. When they don't want to fix something or they don't know how to fix something, they leave. So this person could have left you. Yes, they left you. But at that point, you were still wearing your rose colored glasses, looking at things from an angle that was no longer in existence. But You wanted to see the best in this person. You've seen the good in them while they only was showing bad. But beyond the bad, you were still seeing good. This person could have even ignored you because they had other people in their energy, people who they think would have their back or should have their back, ignoring you, but it just teaches you how to live without them. So you walked away because you were learning a lesson, because this coming out as a karmic lesson that you were supposed to learn. This was just adjust them walking away was just a way of adjusting your feelings over time. So you know now that you're able to live without them. You are at peace now because this person left. They thought they were going to leave you in pieces, but you left in peace. They left you in peace. So when you realize that them leaving, you had to adjust your emotion, your time, your energy, your everything. You have to be adjusted to realize that your peace is now feeling better than their presence. So when you reach a point where you realize that your peace is more valuable to you than them in your life making you miserable, you know that it's not over. So you walked away. So you realize the value of your peace. So you walked away and you walked away in paradise. Wherever you were before wasn't feeling like paradise to me. Wherever you leave possibly was hell. So now your happiness, walking away, you walk straight into your happiness. You're now more playful. You're able to enjoy the company of others. It's like a honeymoon phase, leaving this toxic, I want to say, person or place or thing behind. So you find the value of peace in your silence. You could have been silent for a while, trying to figure out what and why someone is behaving the way they do. But when you realize that their presence creates so much inner animosity for you, you walked away and let yourself be at peace. And you're now healing. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You're healing. You're doing self reflection. You're healing your wound, whatever wounds that were created during this time of your not knowing what or what's happening. You're healing or you're being healed. You're no longer in that same energy and you're moving forward. Yeah. You're now becoming the runner, no longer wanting to invest in anything that is not of your own good, of your good. Anything else? Final cards. Yeah. Someone was wearing a mask. Someone was wearing a mask and pretending all this time to be who they weren't. But when you realize how toxic this person was like draining you, possibly of your energy, your time, your resources, everything you have. This person was draining you. Whatever they took from you, they take it to others to replenish them. But these people who they were trying to build up, tearing you down, they were only snakes just there to take from them. But when you left, it feels as if these people who they had as friends and they trusted, their trustees, these persons now left because there's not much they can give because you were the source that was supplying them and their snakes. So now the snakes are gone because you are gone. So this person is now left alone because you are no longer investing in their toxic ways or their energy. So because you were the person who was feeding the energy, they had nothing more to feed to these snakes, so these snakes are gone too. Okay, any final cards, please, Spirit? So this person could be standing alone, being alone, lonely, not sure how to move. Yes, they are still doing hooking up. They're hooking up with other people. So The snakes left and they're still searching for more. But this person is just tempted by low vibrational energies, easily tempted. No boundaries are here. Yep. I have ascending. So someone is ascending. This could be your energy and preparing to move on to a new phase, a new union, or to build something new. Yep, you're moving on. Thank you, the ship. You're gone. You're out. You're cutting ties, you're moving, you're sailing, you're flying, but you're not standing at the same place. You've seen the truth about something or someone, and you're no longer interested in investing in this, and they are aware. Are they going to be coming back? You're still wearing a mask. This person is still wearing a mask. You're not going to be coming with the truth, of course. Yeah, this person, I have self worth coming up in the reverse. It's time for this person to heal. It's time for them to do their shadow work, appreciate themselves so they cannot codependent on these people who they think were friends, but these persons were just snake, just trying to drain, take away from them while you were the one pouring into them. So they have learned a lesson. Yes, you are a snake. So they are pouring into snakes while you were the one replenishing them. It's like I'm just I'm just picturing you have a cup and you're pouring liquid into the cup, but the cup has a hole at the bottom. So the more you pour is the more it leaks. So there's nothing to catch. So they're losing everything, just giving everything you gave to someone else. Final card, please. Yeah. They could even left you to get engaged to someone else. And this was what really completed the cycle. They walked away from you believing they were building something behind your back. You could have even not known what was happening. They left you, but whoever they found, it feels as if they are as toxic as they are. They find their complete match. Even though they're coming out as your twin flames, this person is a karmic lesson for you. They had to find someone of their same energy to teach them this lesson. So now that they're learning the lesson, you are gone. So they have to learn without you being there to assist them or to help them in any way. They have to find their way out, and they know this. Any final cards? Someone has to figure out their own way. Yes. Someone needs to walk in their blessing. This could be your energy. Someone needs to find their own way so they can walk in their blessing. This could be the other person you're talking about. Yeah. Someone is left in a really negative mindset. They believe wherever they went, after tearing down a relationship, taking it to the ground, they now want to rebuild something with you because they realize that where they went to build has already torn down because you were the supplier of the building and they use your building material to supply others. So when you stop supplying their building material, the house stopped building. So it just stopped right there and the house get torn down. Anyways, anything else, please, bro? Yeah, so someone, yeah, there's separation between you and this person. You could possibly not be talking to them or they're not talking to you, but someone is so angry with you that the fact that you have separated yourself because they did separate themselves first. You left. They're missing you, and this is the only way they can express themselves is to be angry. They could be angry with you. They could be angry with the other person who they left you for, or even angry with the world because they see their future being unsure at this time. They're thinking about you now that you're gone, knowing that if they had built with you, they would be more solid and a more solid foundation. But this is creating a lot of bitterness and anger and uncertainty, not sure if they're going to be able to make it without your help. Can you final card, please? Yeah. This person actually stabbed you in the back. They left you to die. They possibly didn't even come and check on you to see if you were doing good after they left because their intention was to just go. But when they left, you had no choice, even though you might be holding on because, as I said before, you wanted to build something or grow something. But this person, they wanted more than they think you could offer. So they left and they find themselves something or someone that was toxic as they are. So you are left free to walk into your truth, to ascend, to make better choices, to go whatever passionate or passion you have within you to start something. Yeah, you're growing. Whatever you're building is gonna be growing and producing yield. Final card, please. I don't want to be too long. Final card. Yeah, healthier choices. What's the final? What? What's gonna be the outcome? What's the outcome, please? What's the outcome? Okay, their outcome is they're gonna be left with this girl with a snake as their teddy bear. So this is so funny. They're gonna be left. You're gone. Okay, so you're out of the equation. You're no longer investing. So what they have left, who they left you for, they are now forced to take whatever demonic spirit or energy that they went to look for. They're forced to keep it as their teddy bear. That's. I'm sorry to be laughing, but it's just what I'm picturing is just so funny. They left. What is this teddy bear and the girl with a snake? I have separation. So they're holding. What I'm getting with these three cards, they're holding on to a girl with a snake. So this person is a complete backbiter. Maybe easily charmed. Maybe this person have other people with them, but they are so mad that you left. They are so bitter, and they could be taking out this bitterness and this angry energy out on this person who they really wanted at one point. But that's their choice. And it feels as if the universe is forcing them to keep whatever they went for, even though it's actually, see the spiny thing on the cactus, the spiny, well, I call it spine. I'm not sure what's the correct name for it. The spiny thing on the cactus. They're holding on to the teddy bear, but the teddy bear is literally spiking them. That's what I'm looking at. So they're forced by the universe to hold on to whatever they left you for. So that's their karma. It feels like karma to me. They're holding. Imagine a person hugging a cactus which has a lot of spine on it. Every hug, you find different prickle in your skin. Well, they're forced to keep it. So, collective, let me know your thoughts. Thank you again for joining me here at the Galaxy with God Love Note. If the reading resonates, please let me know by commenting down below, liking, sharing, or even subscribing. Thank you so much and good night. All right, I'm going back to bed. Okay, good night.